We're going to graph a line using the slope and y-intercept. To be able to use the slope and y-intercept, we need to get this equation into what we call slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form for a lot of students is the y equals mx plus b form. So that means that we need to get y by itself on one side of the equation and everything else on the other side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate the term that has y in it. So that means I'm going to isolate 3y. I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides of the equation. And I'm left over with 3y equals negative 4x plus 12. Now that I have the term that has y in it by itself, I'm going to get y by itself. I'm going to divide everything by 3. And I'm going to divide each term by 3 so I make sure that I do my division correctly. So on the left-hand side, I end up with y. On the right-hand side, I end up with negative 4/3. So I'm going to separate my coefficient from my x plus 4. So now looking at my slope-intercept form, m, which is the coefficient of my x, is going to be my slope, and b is the y-coordinate of my intercept. So writing this down then, m is equal to negative 4/3, and my y-intercept coordinates are going to be 0 and then 4. So using this information, I'm going to go ahead and graph. I have my graph set up now. The first thing I'm going to do is plot the point 0, 4. So that means I'm going to go 0 in the x direction, 4 in the y direction, which puts me right here. Then I'm going to look at my slope. And when I'm doing my slope, I usually put the negative in the numerator. So remember that your slope is equal to negative 4/3, which is the same as either negative 4 over a positive 3 or 4 over a negative 3. So of those three options, I usually go with the middle option. So I usually put the negative with my y. Remember that it's change in y over change in x. So I'm going to be going down 4 units at the same time that I go to the right 3 units. So down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. And that gives me another point on my line. Then if I want to find another point, I'm going to continue from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And you could continue going on in that direction. We have 3 points. They're going to all line up pretty nicely. So I don't see any reason for us to continue graphing any more points. And there is the graph of our line.